Hi, this is Michael Smith. With me is Sam Downie.
Hello.
And today we are going to be discussing our progress and our time with our project Meet the Metahumans and a step-by-step process of how we began it and where we are now. Take it away, Sam.
Indeed. First of all, today is April the 2nd, 2022, and it's Autism Awareness Day, a day which is recognised by the United Nations, designated Autism Day to raise awareness about autism, as we are both autistic filmmakers.
Indeed, we are.
Let's discuss about our film short, which is called Meet the Metahumans.
It is kind of an interesting project. When I was first let aware of the project, it was something of a new experience. We were discussing about it back in 2019. I think even before that, 2018. And we were talking about in London, thinking, well, what can we do to make a film experience that can go on a higher level? Back then, I've been sort of like making small successes with my short films. And we went to several places within London, but nothing really outstanding or long-lasting. And then Sam, the forefather of Meet the Metahumans, came up with the idea, suggested that we work as a team together, and we would then build the beginning basis and the blueprint of how to make Meet the Metahumans in the first place. And we were supposed to have it done on schedule, but unfortunately, 2019 happened, the start of the pandemic. And for 2 to 3 years, we were stuck in limbo, doing a process of waiting. But now that we now have a more opportune moment to make our film work, we have now been working constantly with the film to meet its standards or its deadline, which will be coming out soon. I have been doing the art direction and the illustrations to make the film look good. And together we've been teaching each other about the process, mainly with the sound quality of Dolby Atmos. Sam, care to elaborate a bit further?
I will, indeed. So when we came up with the concept of the idea from Meet the Metahumans, we thought we would have set it in 2 places. We would have the virtual world and the real world. The real world is so that we could, at the time during the pandemic, the only thing that we could kind of do is we could just go out to places outside. So we thought about what locations that we would go and film in. So we found some locations in Bristol, as well as locations in London. And we thought about a storyline for it to take us from Bristol to London. And because of the pandemic has affected friends as well as ourselves, and we've lost people, we thought, because this film is actually, as well as being a science fiction and fantasy and comedy, it's also a film about grief.
Yeah.
So we thought, how could we tell the story about losing people and mention the pandemic? Can we do it in a different way than how others have made films about the pandemic? And so we found a great place in London. So when you come and watch Meet the Metahumans, you'll see where the film ends up. We thought about that side. We thought about, metahumans. People were talking about the metaverse, and lots of people have been talking about it and talking about all kinds of other things to do with it, Bitcoin and things like that. We thought, okay, how do we make fun of it all?
How do we improve upon it, develop it, that sort of thing?
So I thought, since we're filmmakers, and there's only one platform which is making great use of things, and that's the Unreal Engine.
Yes.
And they created the Metahuman Creator, which is just scans of of people and objects. So we spent some time, got access to Unreal Engine and then the Metahuman creator, and we created some characters. And it took a bit of time of creating these 2 characters.
Yes.
Using that platform.
What are their names, Sam?
Well, their main names are Cosmo and Max.
Yes, we've been working extensively on Max and Cosmo and build our personalities to them. We were trying to make something that was relatable to us, had sort of like faint, subtle similarities of us, but yet completely different on the whole. With Max, or as I would like to call him, Maxi Boy, he would be sort of like a good guy, so we say, the protagonist who would, well, to a point, try and learn the game of Game Over, which is part of the film, and he would try to learn and go through the areas or the levels within a film and what we could learn from it as we fight on and collect, well, you'll know what I mean when we collect something soon enough. Cosmo, meanwhile, is a sort of a bit of an ambitious, slightly egomaniacal, sort of wise guy, for better or term of that. Yeah, he wants to go out on top as the winning formula of the example of all metaversiums out there. And he will stop at nothing to make sure that he always wins. He's more of the antagonist. And so we worked upon them and we've made a good design of them. And now we are exploring with them on how we use our facial features through extensive mobile camera technology to make them move and think and act like humans in the most awkward way possible.
Yes, so we used iPhone and the mocap app on the iPhone to capture our facial mannerisms to animate these characters. So now we have and we created a world for them, and we have the world for us, the real world, which is called, and we've set it in a game. So Max and Cosmo are playing a game called Game Over. And you'll see why the title's going to be important during watching the film. And so now we have those elements of it, and we have this game. We started to develop a storyboard.
Yes.
And the plan for the film.
Yeah. The location filming and all that.
Yes.
And the art direction, we had to do extensive planning through all of that.
We did. And then we planned it, and then we decided on when we're going to be filming in Bristol, at what locations, and filming in London at the locations, and planning all that, which took a bit of time to do.
Indeed. And even then, there were obstacles in the way. We had to reshoot most of them all over again at one point.
We did.
Due to a fault that happened not too long ago.
Yes.
But we got there in the end. We redid it all and we made it even better, because that's what we are. We are entrepreneurs in expanding field.
We are, and really great filmmakers. So we also started to develop ideas around, we applied for grant funding, so to get hold of summer equipment. So got hold of funding for a camera, as well as a audio field recorder, and a computer to edit the film on.
Yes.
So, and that took a bit of time to do and get hold of, and I would say thanks to the pandemic, but I won't. That these grants were made available from the BFI, from the Film and TV Charity, and also from the Radio Academy.
To these organisations, we must extend our utter thanks to. Without them, this would not have been possible.
Yes. So now we have the funding. We thought about the ideas for filming, and then we thought about the sound. and what could we do with it? So I contacted, after watching lots of videos on various platforms, on YouTube for example, lots of people engineers were talking about Dolby Atmos, which is a cinema sound technology which has been around for the last 10 years. It would be great if we can produce our film in Dolby Atmos. So I contacted Dolby, and now we're supported by Dolby via the Dolby Institute Fellowship. And at the time, 2 years ago, allowed us access to their platform and their creative platform, which included a Dolby Atmos renderer, so we can start working using the renderer on our film and thinking about designing the film in binaural. So online it will be in binaural, and then in the cinema it will be in 7.1.2, which is Dolby Atmos and surround.
Yeah. We can help Sam. He has been sort of like training me for the ins and outs of Dolby Atmos, the positioning of the sound layers throughout the cinema itself. And he has talked to me about the qualities of sounds, the volume and length of it, and just what you can do with it. The fantastic, amazing new features that he has shown me, it has sort of like blown open my mind to a whole new world of Dolby Atmos. And for the first time, I suddenly knew and learnt that there is so much potential on what we can do with Dolby Atmos and just how we can utilise it.
Yes, and utilise it as disabled filmmakers. So we've got, so we've been working in that, and at the moment we're in our last final production stage, working for releasing the film in summer 2022. Before that, we've got some stages to go through, including testing, doing some technical tests in a Dolby Atmos stage, as well as doing a test in a cinema. And then it will be released, and we'll be submitting it to festivals. So the name of the title of the film is Meet the Metahumans, and it's a fun romp, and it's around inspired by our own interest in retro games.
Retro gaming, and even it can be sort of all forms of gaming, from back gaming all the way up to now. Our Metahumans discussed this early on into what sort of games they would like. You want to know what sort of games they do? Find out in summer what Meet the Metahumans is all about.
Yeah, indeed. So thank you for watching our little interview on this day of Autism Awareness Day 2022, an official day from the United Nations.
If you've been following the website that we've got going through the link, you will find that Sam's website will be showcasing this on this day to make awareness more out there for people to understand about autism.
Indeed.
And exactly what we are all about.
Yes. And so as autistic filmmakers, we're very creative, open, honest, and we're going to be right on it with our film, with lots of creative possibilities.
I sure hope so. It has been a trial, but it has been so much fun throughout the whole way. So, to all of you, I would say stick around today. You might find something interesting about us that you will not be able to resist. You should all be there, or I will personally make it that you will be sleeping with your fishes tonight.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So if you want to find out more information, the website link is down below, and it's dsounds.co.uk, and you'll find the link to Meet the Metahumans, and you'll find the links to our Twitter as well. And we've got the hashtag Meet the Metahumans, which you'll find on social media on LinkedIn and Twitter. Thank you for watching, and we'll speak to you again soon.
This has been Michael Smith, aka the Dark Fox, and you have been...
I have been Sam Downie.
And this has been the amazing autistic filmmakers of Meet the Metahumans. See you soon, guys. See you soon.